Hello, good afternoon, friends. Today we start the next topic, that is the gel permeation chromatography, that is a GPC. In the gel permeation chromatography, the separation is occur on the basis of their molecular size, and this chromatography is also called as the exclusion chromatography. The stationary phase used for this chromatography technique is a porous material as a stationary phase, and the mobile phase is a liquid. Then the separation occur on the basis of the molecular size. So the gel chromatography is very simple and reliable methods for the separation of molecules on the basis of their molecular size. So the smaller the molecular size, these molecules travel slowly than the molecules having the larger size, and the separation occur according to the size of solute molecules. So in the gel permeation chromatography, separation take place according to the size of solute particles, solute molecules. So exclusion take place according to the molecular size. So in molecular filtration, the separation carried out on natural and synthetic zeolites, metal aluminosilicates called as the molecular sieves, and the molecular formula for the zeolite is M2 times N Al2O3X SiO2 and Y times H2O, where M is the metal cation of valency N, and the molecular sieves contain permanent cavities and the canals in their structures, a channel in their structures. So let's see the separation of the molecules, that is the principles. So separation of molecules on the basis of their molecular size. Then in the column of the gel particle or porous glass, granules in the equilibrium with the suitable solvents are used as a column. Then large particle completely excluded from the pores pass through the interstitial spaces, and the smaller molecules distribute between the solvent inside and outside the molecular sieves and pass very slower rate. Then the distribution coefficient, that is Kd, of a particular solute between inner and outer solvent is the function of its molecular size. So Kd is the ratio of the components in two solvents. Okay, so if solute is large and completely excluded from the solvent within the gel, then Kd is equal to 0, and if solute is sufficiently small to gain complete accessibility to inner solvent, then Kd is equal to 1. So the value of Kd is ranging between 0 to 1. So the value is vary between 0 to 1, that is the distribution coefficient value varies between the 0 to 1 value. Then suppose the elution volume V of a given solute depends on void volume, that is V0, and the distribution coefficient and the volume inside the gel matrix is Vi, and this volume inside the gel matrix Vi, and therefore the elution volume is equal to V0 plus Kd into Vi. So the inner volume Vi can be calculated from the dry weight of the gel and a water regain value. So that water regain value is Wr. Therefore Vi is equal to A into Wr. So for two substances of different molecular weight and Kd values like Kd prime and Kd double prime, the difference in their effluent volume, that is Vs, is given by V VE prime minus VE double prime, and therefore Vs is equal to, what is VE? VE is V0 plus KD Vi. So instead of KD we write as a KD prime, therefore VE prime is equal to VO V0 plus KD prime into Vi minus, put the value of VE double prime as V0 plus KD double prime into Vi, and hence Vs is equal to, that is KD prime minus KD double prime, we take Vi as a common, so Vi as a common, and therefore VO, yeah, V0 plus KD Vi, we take Vi as common, and therefore KD prime minus KD double prime into Vi gives the Vs. So thus for the complete separation of two substances, the sample value must not be larger than the Vs. So the sample value must be not the larger than Vs. Now this is the column of GPS. See here, in this case the column is packed with a matrix. So these are the matrix which are shown like this whites, whites. Okay, these are the matrix. Then there are black color large particles. These are the black color large particles in first containers, and these are the smaller particles in the last containers. So when we injected a mixture through this side, from this side, then the mixture flows down to the column, that is solvent flow along this direction towards the right side. I showing here towards the right side the solvent is flowing, and the large size particle get excluded first, that means they get separated first, and the small particle they get distributed in the molecular sheaves as well as in between the molecular sheaves, and therefore the small size particle here collected later. So small solute molecules separated at slower rate, while the large size particles, these are the large size particles, these get excluded first and these get separated. Okay, let's see the materials. So gel which is commonly used includes cross-linked dextrons, agarose, that is saffrose, biogel A, Sagavac, then polyacryl amide, that is biogel P, polyacrylyl morphine, that is imocryl gel, and the polystyrene, that is biocides S, are used as a materials. Then the dextran gels are obtained by the cross-linking of polysaccharide dextran with the epichlorohydrin. Then in this way the water soluble dextran is made water insoluble but retain its hydrophilic characters and swells rapidly in the aqueous media, forming the gel particles suitable for the gel filtration. Then agarose gel which are produced from the agar are linear polysaccharides consisting of altering residues of D-galactose and 3,6 anhydro L-galactose units. Then their gelling properties are attributed to hydrogen bonding, and to both the intra as well as intermolecular type of hydrogen bonding in this agarose. Then polyacrylamide. Okay, so the polyacrylamide gel are prepared by the polymerization of acrylamide and the methylene by sacrylamide. Then the by varying a relative proportion of the two monomers, a range of gels with differing porosity may be obtained. Then let's see the gel preparation, column and packing and the detectors. Okay, first gel preparation methods. So the methods are generally used for the preparation of gels are the first one, the dry powder mixed with solvent and is allowed to swell in the solvent and which is used as a eluent. Then in the actual practice, the weighed amount of, suppose D amount of dry powder is mixed with a solvent and it is allowed to swell and the mixture is kept until the equilibrium is established. Then in the second method, the gel slurry is warmed at about 100 degrees Celsius in water bath. As a result, the gel swells in the few days and the slurry is cooled and packed in the column. So there are generally two types of the column packing methods. Then the porous glasses or the silica and pore cross linked organic gels such as dextran, methacrylate based gels and polyvinyl alcohol based gels, these are the used. And last, the detectors used are based on the UV fluorescence, UV absorption or the change in the refractive index. Okay, this is the GPC system, gel permeation system. So here is the mobile phase, that is a solvent supplier, and here is the solvent delivery system, and here is injector, and the sample is injected through this site, and when the sample is injected, and here is the mobile phase, these are mixed here and these are allowed to flow over the column. Now the separation occur on the basis of molecular size, and here after separation there is a detectors detects the molecules, and here is we get the data, that is in the form of graph of the separated components. Okay, then the last point is the applications. So gel chromatography used with great success in the separation of sugars, polypeptides, proteins, liquids, then asphalts and butyl rubber, as well as it is used for the polythene, styrene, silicon polymers and other type of the substances can be separated. So separation of organic as well as inorganic materials are also carried out by using the gel permeation chromatography. And the main application of the gel chromatography is the separation and characterization of molecules of different molecular weight. Similar molecular weight may be separated by proper selection of appropriate gel and column length, and the main application of the chromatography are as follows: the purification, molecular weight determination, solution concentration, desalting, protein building studies. Okay, so let's see the purification. So the main application of the exclusion, gel permeation chromatography is in the purification of biological macromolecules, that is viruses, proteins, enzymes, hormones, antibodies, nucleic acids and polysaccharides which have been separated and purified by using the appropriate gel or the glass granules. Then the mixtures of lower molecular weight compound may also be separated by using the exclusion chromatography. Then second is the molecular weight determination. So molecular weight determination is carried out. The equivalent value of globular proteins are largely determined by their molecular weights, and over the considerable molecular weight range, equivalent value is linear function of the logarithm of the molecular weight. So the equivalent value, that is VE, is a linear function of the logarithm to the molecular weight. Then the third application is the solution concentration. So, solution of high molecular weight substances can be concentrated by the addition of dry Cepedex G25, which can be added with water and low molecular weight substances remain in the solutions. So after 10 minutes, gel is removed by the centrifugation and leaving high molecular weight material in the solution, and we can remove the concentrated of the high molecular weight substances is increased, and but whose pH and ionic strength are unaltered in this process. Then the desalting process, that is application. By use of column of Cepedex G25, a solution of high molecular weight compound may be desalted. The high molecular weight substances move with a wide volume, while low molecular weight components are distributed between the mobile as well as stationary phase and hence move slowly, and this method of desalting is faster and more efficient than the dialysis. Last application, that is the protein building studies. So exclusion chromatography is one of the best method commonly used to study the reversible binding of the ligands to a macromolecule such as protein, including receptor proteins. Then a sample of proteins and ligand mixtures is applied to column of suitable gel, that is G25, which has previously been equilibrated with the solution of ligands of same concentration as that in the mixtures, and the sample is eluted with buffer in the standard way, and the concentration of ligand and protein in effluent is determined. So these are the applications of the GPC, gel permeation chromatography. Thank you for listening.